Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Service Without Excuses podcast. We had a slight change for today. We had Mr. Bob Berg coming on, and we had some technical difficulties. I'm not sure if it was which side we had the audio problems on. We kept going back and forth, but Mr. Berg was gracious enough to reschedule for next week, which is what we're looking at right now. So it'll be after the first of the year, unless I can figure out something between now and then. But we wanted to make sure it came to you in high quality, and we didn't want to just do an audio recording. We wanted to do it a video recording with high quality that we could edit and change over. So we're going to reschedule that one. So I apologize that that's not the next one in line, but we are going to come to it with you very shortly. I promise that with you guys. We want to welcome you again today to the Service Without Excuses podcast. And I always have a backup episode because shit happens. It just, that's the way things are. So I decided today, and I've had this required for a while, to just go over some of the things in the book and the importance of reviews. So you can see up to the very top. I'm not sure I'm over here. So let's do this right there. Okay. You can see the book. If you're on the video, you can see the book. The book is right here. I have it. Not a very thick book, but enough, about 100 pages or so. And I get a lot of questions and asked about why am I such a big proponent about reviews? And I still get, and it's not uncommon for it to happen. I still get people that say, you know what, I still don't like chasing down reviews because I never know how these people are going to be, and if they send it or a bad review, that's going to hurt us. And I'm almost like I want to cherry pick who I use and who I don't use. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think that's a good idea. I understand your thought process. I understand your thinking onto it. I understand that you're thinking, you know what, I want to cherry pick. I want to know who I know is going to give me a good review and not. And I just say, do it across the board, make it consistent. I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. If there's at times where we're going and recording something, or we're going and we're doing a job, and that customer is very difficult, absolute nightmare. I don't even know how else to say it. And we all have them. It's just part of reality. Do I still ask that person for a review? And I would say, if you really know it's going to turn out not so good, pretty lousy, I would say no. You probably want to let that one go. But generally, make it a rule of thumb that they always go out. The one thing I really get asked a lot about, and I cover this in our program, our courses, and I cover it in a lot of podcasts, and it's a pretty common one. They often ask me, should the technicians in the field ask for the review? And my answer is yes, with a loaded question. So I don't think they should be the ones putting in the review. I think that should be coming from a general manager or an office manager, maybe an operations manager, depending on how big you are. But I would say an office manager is a good way to do it. A dedicated person that doesn't have a direct link to the technician in the field, that has a supervisory role in this. And all they're going to do is send it out. It's very simple to send out. I mean, I don't know how a lot of their systems are. With ours, we just automatically send it out. It gets done after every job. It's an automatic send out. We don't have it on autopilot. We physically send it out because sometimes we want detailed information sent out on that review about them that's above the general templates that they would have going to them. But we want to make sure it goes to them. And what I recommend a lot of our clients do, and I'll recommend you to do, is make sure you have a small little brochure. It could be something, this size, a little tiny thing that you can give to the customer and say, ma'am, sir, thank you very much for the job. Really appreciate it. We'd appreciate your feedback onto it. You don't even have to call it a review, just your feedback, and say, you're going to get a link sent to you. On that link, if you can say some good things about it, it benefits us greatly, helps me with my company, and helps us grow as a company. We can serve better people. We can serve people more efficiently, and just all around win-win. That I like. Okay. You don't necessarily have to do that, but I do like it because it kind of pre-warms them for the expectation they're going to get a review link. If you don't do that and you don't give them notice ahead of time, a review link just shows up, and they may be very busy. They may not, they're not going to put two and two together. So I think do the marketing portion by sending this particular little postcard or a little thing that says, thank you, and we're gonna reach out to you, and they could put their names on it if they want to, and we obviously know who's at the job. We can track it very easily, but you can make everybody feel good by saying James and John or whoever it is on the card, whoever you have out doing the job. And all they have to do is get that information, leave it with the customer, and let them know that they'll be getting a card. So you're pre-qualifying the client, pre-informing the client that you're going to get this request. And if you can do it for us, it greatly helps us. That's a great precursor. I think that's the best system between the two. Let them know this is what's going to happen. Give them the information. Leave it with them on the table. You're going to get a great review. Two things happen to, we always give people business cards. We still believe in business cards. I think it's still a very viable thing. People still put them on the refrigerator. We don't go with the magnets necessarily anymore, just because refrigerators have changed. And God forbid you leave a mark on the refrigerator. That's going to cost you. Old refrigerators are one thing, but I think they can put whatever magnets they want on it and put the card on it. It's fine. But you're also leaving another piece of marketing material when you're leaving them that feedback card. So the other thing that's good about that is once they've done that, you could set up incentive systems in your place. You could set up where you have a company-wide competition when it comes to reviews. And I like personally for our business, and you can judge what's best for you. You could do individually, not. I am an all or nothing person, which means we have a company goal when it comes to reviews. And if we all collect enough reviews and we attain that goal, there's a gift that goes out to everybody. There's a reward that goes out to everybody. Could be gift cards. It could be cash. It could be a lot of stuff. I don't suggest cash necessarily because it's going to be hard to explain for auditing purposes, but you can make that judgment. That's a personal judgment with you. And they always like cash. But I would say, could be gift cards, could be everybody goes out to dinner. You bring the family out with them. Never a bad idea to take on the extra expense. Trust me, you'll get a long way with that. I would definitely say utilize those processes in place. Set a company-wide goal about reviews, and once you've attained that, that's it. Or you could do competitions between two. I just like the all-in-one because it never separates somebody. It gives everybody individually accountability to collect them. Everybody's going to get sent a review link for our company. It doesn't matter if they were an easy customer or a non-easy customer. Every customer we do work for, every client we do work for is going to get a review link. And whether they send out or not, it's a different story. That's why I go back to the pre-qualification by sending them the postcard or the piece of marketing information ahead of time. And they have this stuff and they're prepared and ready for it. And it can increase the likelihood of you doing that in a nutshell. Also, systems, we use a company called Sotellus. I love them because it's a multi-campaign. So if it doesn't get through the first time, they get a reminder. I don't think they get a third one, but I know they get a second reminder. So if they forget about it and you go, Jesus, I thought they were really going to write me a good review, they might have been very busy. A lot of things can come up. You never know. So in that situation, they've got a second run of that. And that's the other question I get asked. Who do you feel is the particularly best when it comes to review collection and management? And there's a lot of good ones. And I discuss it in the book here. And I can actually go over it. It takes me 2 seconds to go into it. It discusses review sites, review companies, things like that. And I'm not sure I'm going to go to local chamber of commerce here. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We're in the middle of the podcast. But there's a lot of different company. Two that I know notably is Birdeye, is a big one that I know people have used and had great success with it. There are a lot of apps now that ask it. I'm not that familiar with the apps. I do know a company called Service. Oh, what are they? I'm at the tip end. They're a really, really high-end company. I'm drawing a blank here, so I apologize. But Service Titan, there it goes. Thank you. Service Titan is the company that I think has a very good way to get through. It's the Cadillac, the top end of all CRM programs for service businesses. But I think they have a very good outfit to do it. Me personally, I outsource it to a different company and bring those in. I don't like everything attached together, but some do, and that's fine. For my business that I operate here in my product, I use a company called Kartra. Kartra does everything. It hosts my courses. People sign up for it. People hire us for stuff. They hire us for coaching. It's all in Kartra, which I really, really love. I'm just getting used to using it right now, but it's an all-in-one. It was much more. I felt it was much better to invest a lot of money into that and be done. For that system, I like it all one. But for our service business, just in case something goes wrong, I like the CRM program different than the program itself. That way, there's no screw-ups. It's a two-step process. Everybody knows it. But that's a call on your end. Birdeye is good, of course, and we use somebody called Sotellus. I happen to really love Sotellus. I've been working with them for years. They sponsored the podcast in the past. They're actually going to be sponsoring it going forward into next year, so I can thank them very much for that. We took a little bit of a break, so we kind of ended that thing until we got back on, and they were gracious enough to get back on and say, we're going to help sponsor. So there's going to be some sponsor links in here. You can actually go to it now. You can listen to me, and I'll put it in the show notes too as well, because we're going to be on the first of the year anyway. You can go to SoTellUs, that's SOTELLUS.com/, my regular name, Rob Lyon, ROBLYON. You go to that link, you can get signed up, and they've got a specialty program set up for the people that we refer over to them and go through our program. So I think you'll be very happy with that. We are going to be set up an affiliate with them. I just want to be totally upfront, transparent with that. If you like them, great. If you don't, that's fine too as well. They work great for our company and the companies we've referred. A lot of our client companies now use them with great results. So again, not a pitch fest or a commercial, just personal experience for me, but you choose whoever you see seems to work best for you, whoever seems to be doing the job for you. And if you get the book, there's a whole bunch of different companies in there that we recommend. I think there's 8 or 10 of them or more that we recommend to look at from the feedback we've gotten. That changes from time to time, but these are the big current ones too as well. So reviews are very important to collect consistently every single job. If your crews are going out and doing 15 jobs a day, 20 jobs a day, try to collect 20. It really will make a big difference in you. And the back end of that is the consistent stream of income from reviews, which we won't get into too much today. It's for a totally different day, has a total different concept on it, but it's a major stream of income. In fact, it's our second best next to our SEO that we do. Our second best one is what's written down in this book, what's in the master course you get if you buy the book. So it's an easy thing to really implement. I wouldn't say easy. It's simple to implement. Nothing is easy. I don't think anything good is easy, but it's very simple to implement this system in your business of collecting reviews and feedback from your clients and making sure that they are very, very happy with your services. And with that, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the Service Without Excuses podcast. We're going to try and get Mr. Berg on later on today if we can. I just actually got a message from him now as I'm looking at this. So he rebooted the computer. We're going to try it again and see what happens. I might have that out too as well today. So guys, enjoy it. If I don't talk to you again and this doesn't go good, it'll be next year. This will be the last one of 2022, but we're going to give it a shot to try and get one more out today. All right, guys, thanks so much. Appreciate it. And have a good one.